preferably either legs straight out in front of you or in a cross-legged seated position, whichever one of those feels better to you. And I want you to really ground through your glutes, through your sits bones. So one of the best ways to do that is to get your spine nice and neutral first, because if you are hinged forward and you're not directly over your pelvis, you're not going to have that same foundational grounding as if you were sitting upright, stacking shoulders over ribs, over your pelvis, okay? So you can feel a difference. So sit forward for me. And you can feel it's different, right? It's not grounding. Then I want you to sit back, and it should feel kind of uncomfortable at the base of your pelvis, kind of like, oh, that's not comfortable at all. So I want you to come back to where you can feel like you're centered. Okay? Take a big breath in. And open mouth, side out. And do that again. Inhale through your nose. And nice and easy, open mouth, side out. Now your next exhale, I want you to pretend you have a candle in front of you. You're going to blow that flame out. So inhale. Gently blow that flame out. Good. Check in with your torso. Make sure you're still right over your pelvis. Inhale. And blow that flame out. Good. Now I want you to zip your lips, and the next two are just going to be in and out through the nose. Okay? Inhale. Zips. Zip. One more time. And all the way out. Good. Keep yourself neutral. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, watch my shoulders. Just pull your shoulders down into their sockets. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull those shoulders down. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, pull them down. One more time. Inhale. Good. Exhale, pull them down. Then continue into cactus arms. Fingers spread wide. Then make sure your spine is still neutral. Inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Okay, inhale, lift your arms up to the ceiling. And then we're going to exhale, take your arms all the way down. If your legs are crossed, slide your legs straight out in front of you. If they're already straight out in front of you, leave them. Sit back up nice and tall. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, take your right hand towards your right foot. Maybe you can get a hold of your right foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand goes to left foot. Inhale, back to center. One more each side. Exhale, right hand or right foot. Inhale, center. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Now we're going to go down both arms, but we're going to do one at a time. Exhale, right arm and left arm. Good. If you can get a hold of your feet, great. If you can get a hold of your ankles or your shins, great. Or you can just place your hands on the floor next to your legs. So watch my body for a second. You're going to take a big breath in here, and you're going to rise, still holding on to my feet or my ankles. And then I'm going to exhale, round my back, let my shoulders droop, and let your head release towards your shins. And breathe. Keep breathing. Take one more breath. And on your next inhale, lift your head first. Your left arm comes up. Your right arm comes up. And then exhale, arms down to your side. Take your legs out from underneath you and shift yourself all the way around to child's pose. All the way to child's pose. Press your glutes back to your heels. Let your arms hang heavy. Let your shoulders hang heavy. Breathe right here. Take 2 more breaths in your child's pose. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up to all fours. And look back to your right. So it's like you're trying to look back at your right foot. Good. Inhale, come back to center and look back at your left foot. Inhale, center, look back over your right foot one more time. Don't be afraid to let that left hip really push out to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, look over at your left foot. Really push that right hip to the right. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes under. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal out your heels. If that's something that feels good to you, maybe you rise and fall on the balls of your feet. Maybe you move your hips around. Go ahead and make this downward facing dog your own. Allow your head to hang between those arms. Try not to hold anything tense or tight. It's easy to want to hold our head up just a little bit. See if you can let it lengthen. Lift those sits bones a little bit higher. Take a big, deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, bring your gaze up to the front of your mat, and exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift monkey pose. And then exhale, forward fold. Let yourself hang. And focus more on the backs of your legs. So I'm trying to find some lift in those sits bones and some length in the back of your knees. And don't worry about how far your torso goes over. Let's worry about how long we can make the backs of our legs. And then check to make sure that those feet are about 2 fists width apart. Bring your palms together to heart center. Draw that low belly in. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale yourself to mountain pose. Bring your arms down to your sides. Allow your eyes to close. Let's focus on those feet for just a moment. So close your eyes and connect with your heels of your feet. Make sure that they are planted firmly into the earth. And then check in with the outsides of your feet. You want to have a little bit of pressure on the outside edges of your feet. That means that there is some lift in your arches. And then make sure that all 10 toes, if you have 10 toes, are planted on the earth. So lift those toes up, spread them really wide, and then see if you can touch them down to the earth, 1 toe at a time. And then once your feet are secure and those toes are spread wide, I want you to stand up really tall. Lift your chest, open those collarbones. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale back to your mountain pose. Actively plant those feet. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, mountain pose. One more time. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, mountain pose. We're going to start to twist. As you twist to the left, lift your right heel. As you twist to the right, lift your left heel. Twist to the left, lift your right heel. Twist to the right, lift your left heel. Back and forth. And go ahead and go a little bit quicker. Actively plant that other heel to the earth when you come back. Connect with your feet. It's as if you're walking, doing some little funky walk here with those feet. Feel your feet. Feel the balls of your feet. Feel the heels. Feel the pinky toes and the big toes. Let's go for a couple more. Start to slow it down. Find your way back to center and stop the twisting, but keep the lifting of opposite heels. Right heel lifts, left heel lifts. But I want you to start to add a little bit. I want you to really come onto the ball of your foot and your toes. So it's if your foot and your toes make a 90-degree angle when you lift your heel. I want you to really feel those metatarsals. Those are your toe bones. Feel that sensation that's happening. Okay, one more. Now, this next time that left heel is lifted, hold it. So go ahead, if you haven't lifted your left heel, lift it. And I want you to try to come really high up on your right foot too, so that you're on the balls of your feet with both heels lifted high. Pull your core in strong and tight. Start to take your arms up overhead. My legs are shaking, shaking, shaking. You want that shaking to happen. Don't be afraid. Get a little bit higher. And then exhale, release your heels and swan dive, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Exhale, forward fold. Let's see that happen again. Inhale, come all the way up, high lift. So come all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, mountain pose. So I know I can't see your feet, but I'm okay with that because I can tell with the legs. So I want you to lift that right heel up off of the floor. Okay, now come high and lift that left heel up off of the floor too. Come on to the balls of those feet. Good, draw that low belly in. Keep those heels drawing into each other. Don't let those heels kick out to the side. They kind of want to, don't let them. Hold this tall, inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Keep lifting, stay as high on those balls of the feet as you possibly can. Keep yourself lined up. So remember when we were sitting, how I had you line up shoulders over ribs over pelvic floor? Same thing here. Line it up. Good, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, slowly release your heels to the earth and swan dive, forward fold. Beautiful. That was perfect. You guys looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to open it way up into a warrior two. Right leg comes back, left leg stays forward. We'll take 3 breaths here in your warrior two. Look over those left fingertips. Make sure your right arm is raised up high. Breathe. Let yourself drop a little bit lower. We still have 3 breaths here. Settle in, press into the outside edge of that right foot. Find lift in those arches. Think about all the feet stuff we've just done. Incorporate it into your warrior two. One last breath. On your next inhale, straighten your left leg and slide yourself into your triangle pose. Stay up high because we're going to reverse this triangle pose in a little bit. Keep that chest open. Left hand comes down to the shin. Good. Hold it right here and breathe. Okay, we're reversing it. Don't expect too much of yourself. Please have grace in your movement. Take that right hand down to your left leg. Right hand comes down to your left leg. So take your right hand, so your right hand should be up in the air, correct? We have our left leg forward and our right leg back. Right arm should be up in the air. Watch my right arm. It's coming down over to my left leg. Right? And then my left arm is going to reach up to the ceiling. I'm reversing my triangle pose. So take your right hand down to your left shin. Good. Right hand, so Cindy, do you have your right leg forward? There we go. Okay, so left leg needs to be forward. Right hand comes to your left shin. Left arm reaches up in the air. Yeah, left arm reaches up in the air. So twist it. Good. There you go. Beautiful. Perfect. Breathe right here, you guys. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can. Keep them as long as you can. Then on your next exhale, bring your left hand back to your left shin. Your right arm comes up to the ceiling. So we're back into our triangle pose. Good. Inhale, come up to your warrior two. Bring your palms together to heart center and step your feet together. Awesome. Okay, let's try it on the other side. Let's take that left leg back, opening it up to a warrior two. Right leg is forward, knee is bent, left leg is back. Lift through the arches of your feet. I want the insides of your legs to feel light and lifted, like they're sliding up your body. And then take your arms straight out of your shoulders. Look over those right fingertips and find your breath. 5 breaths right here. Good. Pull that left hand back just a teeny tiny bit so that we're lining up our ribs over our pelvic bowl. And look over those right fingertips. Just 2 more breaths. Make sure that left arm isn't drooping down. Keep it lifted high. And then on that next inhale, straighten your right leg. Reach those right fingertips forward and transition yourself into triangle pose. So this is a hard one. So check out my right leg. I'm in a good position in the computer for you to see. So it gets really tight right in here for me. I have a hard time straightening my leg because I feel like this massive tightness happening up into those deep 6 abductor muscles. So I want you to try to stay high, keep your body high. Notice how much lift I have so that I can straighten my front right leg. Sometimes I'll have you go low and it's okay to have a little bit of bend, but for today I want that leg as straight as you can. Good. Now take your left hand and bring it down to your right leg and take that right arm up to the ceiling, reversing your triangle, revolved triangle. Good. Breathe right here. Awesome. Take 1 more breath. You got this. Good. As you exhale, come back to your triangle pose. Try to straighten that right leg as much as you can. Inhale to your warrior two. Good. Bring your palms together to heart center. And I want you to step your feet together. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Okay. So here's what I want you to focus on today. I want you to really think about keeping length through the back of your knee. Not locked out, but just finding length. So try to keep it as long as you can, and then try to get your glutes lifted as high as you can. So bring your hands to your hips for me for a moment. And I want you to take your knees and I want you to bend them a little bit. And then push your heels, the heel of your foot, push your heels into the earth. Pushing your heels into the earth straightens the backs of those knees. Okay? Now I want you to lift your butt up to the ceiling. So I'm pushing my heels into the earth and I'm lifting my butt up to the ceiling. It's naturally bringing my torso forward. And for me, my body, this is about it. There's a lot of sensation and a lot of pull happening for me right around the backs of the knees and my calves. That's my body. Okay, yours might feel it differently in different places. Good, inhale, come up. Okay, so I want you to think about that as we head into a triangle pose. So step back, let's go ahead, step right foot back into a warrior two. Okay, now take that left leg and push your heel into the earth. Push your heel into the earth and straighten that left leg. Good. Now, don't be afraid to stay up really high. Take your arms out. Don't stop pushing that left heel into the earth. Reach your fingertips forward. Keep pushing your left heel into the earth. Then bring your left hand down to your shin and your right arm up to the ceiling. Into a typical Trikonasana or triangle pose. But push that left heel into the earth and push the outside edge of that right foot towards the floor. Open your chest. Good. Exhale, take your right hand down to your left leg, left shin, and take your left arm up to the ceiling, revolved triangle, but push that left heel into the earth. Keep that leg as straight as you can. So you're gonna have to stay up higher than you normally would. Good. Transition and inhale back to warrior two. Good. Bring those hands together and step your feet together. Okay. I've unmuted all of you. Any questions on what I'm working on getting you to do right now?
No, that was really hard.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Hard is, it should be hard. Cindy? Oh, I can't, Cindy, I think you're still muted. Will you see if you can unmute yourself?
Oh, good.
Now I can hear you. Okay, oh, now it's muted again. Wait, let me see if I can unmute you. No, I can't. You have to unmute yourself. Katie, are you muted too?
Okay. Now can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Okay, what?
Oh, okay. Oh, when I think of triangle, I keep going down too much. And it's totally different. I can, when you remind me, then I do it and it's totally different. Yeah.
Well, and triangle pose is, I mean, ultimately your hand can go to the floor, but what happens for most people, generalization, is that they collapse into their rib cage and the shoulder goes forward. So
Yeah.
in your triangle pose, it's supposed to be like, you should be able to stand against a wall with the front part of your body against the wall and be completely flat, open. Does that make sense? So in a triangle, so for example, pretend like I just have a wall in front of me. Okay, I have to be on my wall. Like I can't go anywhere. There's a brick wall in front of me. Most people go like this. So, and now my shoulder would have to go about 2 or 3 inches through the wall to be in this position, where if you can open it up and have those shoulders stacked and directly over your ankle, that's fine to do, but most people have to be about here for that to occur.
Yeah.
So,
And also to keep your legs straight too.
Right.
That's where I feel it, in the legs.
And that's where blocks are really, really helpful in this
Yeah.
pose, because if you have your block here, right? Let's say I have my block here, then I can reach my block, my legs
Mhm.
stay straight, and then my shoulders can stack over the top of each other.
Yeah.
I should have used a block.
Yeah.
That, it was really hard to do the revert or the
Revolve triangle.
fold.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy, that pulls on the other hip
Yeah.
Mhm.
big,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah. Yeah. It really, really does. It's a very different thing. And then
And it didn't feel natural.
no, it does not feel natural. I would 100% agree. Yes. Okay, so let's try. I'm going to leave it unmuted. Let's try it to the other side. Teresa, I know I can't see you, but are you doing okay? She must be muted. Okay, so left foot forward, right foot back. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's the other side. Okay, so go right into your triangle pose. So your left leg is straight, right leg is back. Okay, good. Yeah, so Lori,
Yeah.
go ahead and pull that block back towards your heel just a skosh. Yeah, there, that's great.
Okay.
Yep. And I want you to pretend like you guys are at a wall and you're trying to be completely flush with the wall, with the front of your body. Good, that looks great. Yeah. Now, obviously, when we do revolve triangle, you can't be flush with the wall. That's impossible. Or with your triangle pose, that's what I want. So I want that leg as straight as you can get it and flush with the wall. Good. Now, if you have a block underneath your left hand, let's go ahead and transfer your right hand to the block. And then take your left arm up to the ceiling. But I want you to continue to push that left heel down into the earth to keep that left leg straight. Good, yes. So I can see a huge difference. When you push that left heel into the earth, that leg straightens automatically, and you can see it happen.
But it's weird for my right leg. I feel like I want to move my foot. You know what I mean? I want
Yeah.
to move my foot because it almost feels like it could torque it.
Okay, Lori, come out of it for a second. Katie, come out of it. Teresa, if you're in it, come out of it for a second. Let me see for 1 sec, Cindy. So we're in our triangle pose, right? And you're here, okay? So when I come here,
Mm-hmm.
so you feel like that action is happening in your knee,
In my right one.
in your right knee. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to turn my foot more. Can you slant it more or not?
Do you want to turn your foot? Yeah. Like in
Like Warrior 1 or Warrior 3 or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I was leaving. I thought I'd keep it out for Warrior 2 more.
Well, you can, but if you're feeling that pressure on your knee, then slide your foot. You don't want to bring your hips forward though. So like, let me.
No. Okay. No hips forward. Okay.
So let me go the other way. So here's my Warrior 2, right?
Yeah.
And then my triangle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, correct?
Yeah.
So now in triangle pose, a lot of times that foot is parallel, but you can pull it in a little bit. Then if I put my hand down, what if you, so watch my back leg for a second, Cindy. So notice how
Okay.
I'm really straight. What
Yeah.
if I find a teeny tiny bit of bend?
Oh, okay.
And then you take your left arm up so that your knee joint has somewhere to go.
Because my left arm doesn't really get anywhere, I don't feel like. Or
Right.
up like it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Bend my knee a little bit.
Uh-huh. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So give that joint some place to go. There you go.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was keeping my foot too parallel, I think.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
needed to, and then bending the knee helps. Yeah.
With Warrior 2, you guys have to remember that you've got a lot of room to play. So your foot can be anywhere from parallel with the short of your mat to in at a 90 or I don't even know what degree
Yeah.
it is, but
Yeah.
You've got
Okay.
about this much play in your foot in between those poses. So let's try
Okay.
them on each side. So let's take right foot forward, left leg back again. Block if you need it. Okay, straighten your right leg. And I want you to really consider pushing your right heel into the earth. Take your left hand to the block. Lori, move that block under your shoulder just a little bit. And Cindy, move your block under your shoulder a little bit.
Back this way.
Yeah, there. Katie, come down to the block just so I can see.
The what?
Take your right hand down to the block. Left arm up to the ceiling. Yeah, yours looks good. Okay, so now check in with your knees here. You might need a little bit of bend so that your knees have a place to go. Take your left hand to the block or to the leg and take your right arm towards the right. It might not go up to the ceiling, just take it towards the right.
We're twisting it now?
Twisting, yeah, twisting it down, yeah. Yeah,
This way?
yeah. Yeah. Good. So check in with your knees for a second, you guys. Do you need to bend your knees a little bit? Do you need to move where your foot is located? And then slowly release out of your revolved triangle and stand it back up. And bring your feet together.
Yeah, that's better for me.
A little bit better? Good.
Better.
Okay. Everybody else feel kind of the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. You guys want to do the other side one more time, or are you good to go? We've done plenty on both sides.
We're good.
We're good? Okay.
I'm good.
Good. Okay. So now I want you to come up to the front of your mat, face the short edge of your mat. And blocks, we're going to squat at one point, so you might want the block handy, but we're not going to squat for a little bit. Okay. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, chair pose. Good. From here, you're going to release your arms down to the sides and inhale, stand all the way back up, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, chair pose. So this is just a little bit more of a flow. So it'll look like this. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, chair pose. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose. Hold. Palms together to heart center. Good. Release your hands to your sides. Inhale, stand all the way up. Good. If I'm facing the front of the mat, now I'm going to open it up to the right and take it into goddess pose. Now we're going to do the same thing. Inhale up. Exhale, goddess pose. Let those arms come down. Watch my arms come down, out, and up. Okay. Come to goddess. Arms come down, out, and up. Exhale, goddess. Arms come down, out, and up. Two more times. Exhale, goddess. Arms come down, out, and up. Last one. Exhale, goddess. Arms come down, out, and up. Hold it here in your 5-pointed star. Turn all 10 toes forward so that your feet are parallel to each other. And exhale, dive, wide-legged forward fold. So you guys might want to block again because I want you to focus on long through the backs of your knees and your sits bones reaching high to the ceiling. And then if you can, I want you to see if you can wrap your hands back behind your legs and just give yourself a little bit of a pull. Draw that head down towards the floor, but keep the back of your knees long and your sits bones lifting high to the ceiling. Good. Take one more breath here. On your next exhale, release any holds that you may have. Take your hands to the earth, and you might have to adjust your feet, so please feel free to adjust your feet. And I want you to exhale and bend your left knee. And you're just going to take it into a side runner's lunge of your choice. And then you're going to inhale, come to center, and you're going to exhale and bend your right knee, and you're just going to come to that side lunge. So you're just moving yourself left to right. Inhale, center, and lunge to the left. Inhale, center, and lunge to the right. One more time each side. Inhale, center, lunge to the left. Good. Inhale, center, and lunge to the right. Excellent. Inhale, center, and begin to walk your hands to the front of your mat, shifting yourself into a lunge with your left knee bent and left leg forward and your right leg back behind. So you're going to walk your hands to the front of your mat and transition yourself into a full-on lunge position. Good. And then plant your hands and step it back to downward facing dog. There you go. Good. And then take a moment here. Big deep breath. And then I want you to prepare yourself mentally and physically. We're going to walk it back to the back of our mat and come into a squat. So you might need to bring your block with you or something along those lines. Walk your hands back, turn your toes out away from each other, and slowly begin to release your hips and squat yourself down. Use blocks if you need to. Give yourself support if you need to. If you can't come into a full squat, stay up as high as feels comfortable to you. Protect your knees and your back. Breathe deep right here. Breathe deep right here. Got one more breath. Good. And then slowly release your hands to the earth. Walk yourself out to plank pose. Gently lower your knees to the earth and lower your entire body to the earth. Coming on to your belly, legs out back behind you, tops of the feet to the earth, right ear to the mat, and arms in cactus arms, please. Arms in cactus arms. Breathe right here. Good. Go ahead and bring your other ear to the mat. Okay, only go as far as you feel safe going with this next move. I want you to bend your left knee. Okay, so far so good, right? And then I want you to begin to lift your left thigh up off of the floor and begin to roll over towards the left and see if you can get that left, or I'm sorry, roll over towards the right and see if you can get your left foot to come towards the earth. While keeping your arms still in cactus arms.
Yours catch. Dang it.
Okay, now you're going to roll back, bring your left thigh to the earth, and I want you to see if you can take that left ankle over to the left. So now you are going to roll onto your left side a little bit and see if you can take that left ankle over to the left. Now you're going to come back to center and you're going to do the exact same thing one more time. Lift that left thigh off of the earth and bring that left foot to the outside of your right leg. Keeping your arms in cactus arms. Let's try to take 2 breaths together here. As you exhale, come back to center. Flatten your body out. Release that left leg and relax. That's called scorpion stretch, by the way. Probably feels like scorpion stretch. Okay, here we go. Let's take it to the right side. So bring your left ear to the earth and bend your right knee. Lift that right thigh up off of the floor and start to take that right foot over to the outside of your left leg. Keep your arms in cactus arms. As you exhale, come back to center and bring your right ankle over to the right. Don't be afraid to roll onto that right side. Right ankle over to the right. That looks good. And then last one, inhale, come back to center. Lift your right thigh, bring it over to the left. Keep your arms in cactus arms. We'll take 2 breaths right here. As you exhale, come back to center and flatten yourself out on the earth. Bring your right ear to the mat. Keep your legs straight. Release your arms wherever it feels most comfortable to you. Take them out of cactus arms. Breathe right here. Take 1 more breath. And when you're ready to exhale, you're just gonna log roll yourself over onto your right side. Roll over onto your right side. And I want you to bring that left knee forward. We're gonna come into a quadriceps stretch. So get a hold of your left ankle and then pull it back behind you. And stretch out that left quad and those hips, especially after those revolved triangles. Let's give those fronts of those hip flexors a little bit of love. Good. Breathe right here. Perfect. And then softly release your left leg. Log roll yourself over onto your left side and do the exact same thing with your right leg. Perfect. Pull that leg back, get that knee back, open that hip up. Breathe here. Beautiful. On that next exhale, gently release. Roll over onto your belly. Reach those arms back behind you. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, 1 Superman pose. So lift your legs, your arms, your chest, and your head. Squeeze those legs together. Lift your knees up off of the earth into Superman. And exhale and release. Roll yourself over onto your back. Lots of log rolling today. We won't do that in the studio. We could get way too close and 6 feet apart from each other. You could log roll yourself all the way across the room. Then hug those knees into your chest. Gently rock it from left to right. And totally promoting myself here, but if you guys have friends that want to do yoga and they're not here, don't forget that I'm going to be offering Zoom still during our class times. It will still be online. So feel free to share that with people if you'd like. Okay, left arm out to the side, knees over to the right. Take it into a twist. Beautiful, you guys. Good practice today. I know it was challenging and hard, but you guys rocked it. That was fantastic. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, right arm goes out to the side, knees go to the left. Find your breath. Find that breath. Find that longer exhale. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Bend your knees. Bring your feet to the floor. Arms down to your sides. Inhale to bridge pose. One bridge pose. Push your heels into the earth. Good. And then exhale. Release your spine to the earth. Take those legs long out in front of you. Arms down to your sides. Jaw relaxes. Eyes close. Shoulders soften. Neck relaxes. Exhale is still long. Making sure that your body knows that it's in a rest and digest period of time. No hormones need to be excreted. We're not in fight or flight. That long exhale tells your body that it is safe to do all of its maintenance and healing jobs right now. And breathe. Finding that breath. One more breath. Let yourself fall a little bit deeper. Allow yourself to become a little bit heavier on your mat. Feel the whole back side of your body connect with the floor. And feel how sturdy and solid that floor is. Feel the support that it gives the entire backside of your body, showing you that there is nothing that needs to be done, no muscles that need to be held tight, no protection needed, completely 100% safe and supported by the floor underneath you. Breathe softly into that sensation. Just slowly deepen your breath. Start to breathe from your feet to the crown of your head, wiggling your toes and your fingers. Gently rocking your head from side to side. And when you feel ready, roll yourself over onto your favorite side into the fetal position. Taking a big cleansing, healing breath here, inhaling in through the nose, filling up till you cannot fill up anymore. Hold it for just a brief moment and then slowly exhale and let that breath release out of your body. And to flutter your eyes open, bring yourself back into the room, and then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Palms come together, taking it down to heart center. Have a fabulous Tuesday. Remember, it's only going to get sunnier this week from here.
Yay.
So enjoy the sun. Hopefully I'll see you later this week and maybe even Saturday for some outdoor yoga. So excited. Thank you guys for being here and Zooming with me. Namaste.
Stay.
Namaste.
Ah, holy cow. You guys, thank you for being so consistent. It's been a challenge. Wouldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you for being here.
That's ditto for all.
Whoops.
Whoop.
Technical difficulty.
Yogi down. Yogi down. Yogi down.
Yeah. Well, it occurs to me more and more every time I'm a visual learner. And so I have you on my iPad. And so sometimes I'm not always doing the same thing as everyone else. Or just on the other side or whatever, you know.
You are not alone. You are not alone. I am grateful for this technology, but it is challenging. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Even if I do this exact same thing, but physically in front of you, where you're not having to try to look at a small screen.
Where are they? They're down too low. They're up too high.
Yeah, it's inevitable. You cannot. Yeah, but you know, it is a blessing to have during this time period.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I can't imagine this without this. I mean, this.
Right.
And I'm super grateful to have it when I start up again, because I'm allowing 5 people. And to be honest with you guys, I think maybe I've told you this already.